Welcome to the Parker Daniels Show, where amazing stories are shared and hope is given.
My friends and I were all, blind or vision impaired, and it seems like nobody wants to hire us.
70% of people who are blind remain unemployed in the U.S.
And it seems like nobody wants to hire us.
You're blind!
There's one organization shifting the perspective on what kind of jobs the blind are capable of.
We manufacture markers, plastics, vinyls, and textiles.
Back with another segment of The Worst Things About Being Blind, Part 2. Now, the last segment, I had written some questions, and I think I covered just about as much as I could that day. But as I went on through the course of the weeks, there were some other things that I thought that I should have touched upon, and I did not do so. So here in this video, I will do just that. Before I get into the video, I want to say thanks for subscribing to all the new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. And also for the individuals who have been subscribing for as long as last year, day one, I appreciate that as well. Make sure to hit that notification bell. Please make sure to like, share, and follow. My Instagram is Anthony Parker 7071, and my Twitter is at Parker Anthony 23, and of course I'm on Facebook and all that stuff. But just briefly, I'm gonna tell you this: the worst things about being blind. As a blind person, as a visually impaired person, sometimes we are forced to take positions and take jobs that we really don't want to take, and we have to endure these jobs. Unless you are a quitter, you have to endure this job and try to make it work for you. And the company, sometimes I don't think that they have a person's interest at heart, because if there were, there'd probably be more opportunities to provide. I'm living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the only place that basically is hiring individuals without any problems, any hang-ups, because a lot of people who do not want to hire us feel that we are a liability. The company in which I'm working, there's no advancement. There's no chance for you to move up. They feel that, hey, as a blind person, we're gonna hire you. Yes, we'll definitely hire you to allow you to do this, that, and the third, but we're gonna pay you a certain amount so that you won't lose your check. I want to get rid of my Social Security check. I want to move on to bigger and better things, because as I mentioned earlier, this this was my dream in order to work, in order to provide, which I'm providing, but I feel, as I mentioned earlier, that I'm overly qualified. I feel that I have the potential to do whatever in my liking and in my jurisdiction that I could do. And it's a stressful situation to have to work in a job that you really don't like doing. And I'm not a quitter. I mean, I weigh my options and I continue to stay the course until I'm able to move on to something bigger and better. But we have to sometimes do little odd and end jobs, such as folding napkins, folding towels, things of that nature. And these people have degrees, but more specifically with me, I really want to be a thriving force in the community. And sometimes it's hard to really think about being a thriving force in a community when you're working in a job where there's no advancement, and you're just there and doing a job that's the same old thing every day. And don't get me wrong, I understand that most jobs require that, but I feel that I have the skills to do other things as well. I really do. That bothers me a great deal. And that's one of the worst things about being blind. I really thought that I would be able to move up, but in this position and at the place in which I'm working, there's no room for advancement. You could be there 30, 40, 20 years, however long you can last standing up doing the same repetitious job day in and day out, getting tired, and there's no advancement in a sense that you'll be able to work in some other field. And I kind of was pissed off at that, but I didn't want to quit. I continued to stay the course, and I've been there for over almost 6.5 years now. I graduated from the School for the Visually Impaired, top of my class. I graduated from LSU with a degree in criminal justice, almost a minor in psychology. I pledged Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I had a few odds and ends type jobs where I tutored people. I was involved in the music business for a minute. I also created my own business where I promoted a lot of artists, sold CDs, I did whatever it took to make it happen. I had the dream of getting a job as everyone else dreamed about, and being successful in one way or another. But as time goes on, you realize, as a person who's visually impaired, I'm quite sure there are people who have the same thoughts who are not visually impaired, or who may be impaired in another way, shape, or form. They, want to live the quote-unquote American dream, but man, as you get up and you get older, you realize that it's not like that. So, with that being said, I want you all to take what I say seriously. I am so for real, and that's why I'm hoping that this YouTube channel works out. I'm hoping that whatever else that I put in works out for me until it blows up. So with that being said, y'all support the Parker Daniels Show, where we make changes, no excuses. Subscribe and share, follow, and I'm out.
That manufactures a lot of different products like brooms, mops, brushes, military clothing, military tourniquets, but they have something that they do that's special. What they do that's special is that they have the blind and visually impaired working on a lot of these products.
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take